Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Elevate Church London, where we love Jesus and we live life. This morning's nugget is just a word of encouragement and inspiration as you go towards the end of the year and into the new year 2023. Now, I know that some will be saying, why is he talking about 2023? Well, we are still in 2022, and God still has many things he wants to do for you this year, 2022. Now, many of us had great promises and great dreams at the beginning of the year 2022, and I know that some of it have been achieved, but perhaps there are one or two things that were not achieved. Why? Is that maybe something happened in your life during the year. Maybe something happened probably early in the year that took a turn, took you in a different direction, and here you are still wondering, what is God doing? Where is it? What's going to happen to the plan and the purpose that God has for me? And so I came up with a song. I found a song this morning that was titled, What the Enemy Meant for Evil, God Has Turned It for Good. And that is the word for someone this morning. Whatever it is that has happened, whatever twist and turn that happened in your life that you think the enemy or that you think has turned you away from God's plan and God's purpose, let me assure you that God has turned it around for your good. And that's what he did to a man in the book of Genesis, to a man called Joseph. And his father gave him a coat of many colors, but somewhere along in his life, early in his life, in Genesis chapter 37, verse 20, what the enemy meant for evil, God has turned it around for good. In Genesis 37:20, I read, "Come now, let's kill him and throw him into one of these cisterns and say that a ferocious animal devoured him. Then we'll see what comes of his dream." That was the plan of the enemy. But let's see what happened in Genesis chapter 50, verse 19, towards the end of it. After all, in verse 19 of Genesis chapter 50, "But Joseph said to them, 'Don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives.'" That's a word of encouragement. Things have happened, twists and turns have happened that I thought was harmful to me, that I thought was going to derail me from God's plan for my life. But I'm beginning to realize that the consequence of this is that God really wanted me to follow that path so that I can pay attention to a few more things. Now it's all been turned around for good. Now I am achieving God's plan and God's purpose. And that's what happened to Joseph, and that's going to happen to you. Don't be discouraged. Don't be dismayed, because what the enemy thought was evil, God has turned it around today for your good. God bless you as you enjoy the rest of the week.